Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to the Sanctuary. Once again, we're playing Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail, continuing the main scenario quest for patch 7.3, The Promise of Tomorrow. Alongside me for the ride are Arya Stormborn.
No, I'm not, because you banished me to my mother's house for the week.
Lord Fireaxe.
Yes, I am here.
And Corlash.
Obligatory hat comment here.
And of course, I'm Cruznick X, aka Chris Valentine,
Are you?
your host.
Wait, what about hats?
You might as well say it, Corlash.
Yep. Bunnies get hats.
Bunnies get hats.
And cat daddies too, lest we forget. Everybody seems to be neglecting the Hrothgars.
I don't care about them.
They're not us.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I
Anyway,
have a Hrothgar Ald, but I don't care.
Bunnies. Must be bunnies.
anywho,
Yep.
the story so far. We are in pursuit of Calyx, and last episode we took the long and roundabout way to track him down via a set of rooms in Everkeep, just to learn that it was all just a waste of fucking time. He's basically leading us to him at this point. But anyways, I'm not even gonna waste more time on it. It's because he didn't waste any time in revealing himself to us and telling us where he is. So let's get down to it and get on with the quest, with our next quest in the journey, one of our own. Chris, we briefed Aaronville on everything that has happened and sent word to the others. We've now but to consider what our next actions will be. Calyx has offered you the opportunity to confront him directly. And though it feels much like striding face first into an ambush, we have little choice. If we are to destroy the memories he supposedly has stored in the upper reaches of the Meso Terminal, then that is where we must go. While I'm still upset at being deprived of my moment, I nevertheless did my due diligence. I can confirm that the relay we found was indeed transmitting surveillance data to a device somewhere in living memory. When you go to fight Calyx, pray let me fight alongside you. Let me fight for the memory of Otis and Zelenia, and for the other Sphene I may have become. But most importantly, for my beloved kingdom and a joyful tomorrow. It's always been your fight as much as ours, not more. Thank you for understanding what this means to me. I'll be coming with you as well. You know my reasons. It hardly needs saying, but your fellow scions also have every intention of accompanying you to battle. So adamant were Alice and the others on this point that they have already left for living memory. I am more than ready to do the same. I would expect nothing less. I'll keep patrolling the streets for signs of trouble, especially from anyone wearing neo-regulators. Should you need anything from me, I'll be on standby here in the back room. I really want to go with you too, but I know I can't. I know that sometimes you have to be patient and trust in your friends. Chris. Kryl and I think that we should talk to Gosan before we leave for living memory. Under Calyx's direction, preservation has helped shape Alexandria's society for centuries. Taking him down will have serious consequences, and we need to warn the officials in charge about what we intend. Justifications aside, we shall be acting against the wishes of all who desire to become endless. Exactly. We don't know if Gosan will approve or oppose our chosen course. But either way, leaving without a word is the wrong thing to do. Come, we should be on our way. Resolution first, yes? Be safe, everyone. We'll see you when it's over. All right. Don't know how I feel about this particular music, but I know it'll go back to what it needs to be later. Son?
I see. A difficult situation.
Yep.
In the absence of an official sovereign, I agree that it is not preservation's place to dictate the future of our nation. However, I also cannot simply take a side and declare my support for your efforts to defeat Calyx.
Is that because of the new regulator you wear?
I've yet to register it. I find myself caught between the fear of dying and the desire to carry out the duties of governance. My greatest concern is how we shall stem this ever-increasing terror of mortality when becoming endless is no longer an option. And that's to say nothing of the recent slaughter committed by our own soldiers. The fact that such violence was perpetrated for the very purpose of creating endless will, paradoxically, make it more difficult to endorse your chosen course. It may not seem logical, but for those who lost friends and family in the attacks, halting the creation process altogether would render the deaths of their loved ones utterly meaningless. Is it not cruel to rob them of what little solace they could claim, when we have only just learned what it is to mourn? Tell me, how are we meant to overcome such tragedies?
We stop begging others to teach us, for a start.
Oh, the whole town's coming in on this now.
For the longest time, we've been protected by Queen Sphene and the systems put in place by our forebears. The hardships and responsibilities of life were distant things, and we felt entitled to our comforts, even as we barely noticed those who risked everything to keep us sheltered. But no more. From now on, we need to learn on our own. How to live with the promise of death. How to endure the pain of loss. We may never learn to love such things, but we may learn to survive them. The people beyond the barrier, even the Alexandrians of old, they've all had to live with these fears. There's no reason we can't do it too.
What are you all doing here?
Malachite called us in, and the Oblivion members briefed us on the current crisis. You don't stand idly by while your house burns down. We came together and thought about how we could help. Long story short,
We've decided to join the fight alongside Oblivion. I say fight, but we're well aware of how little use we'd be in actual combat.
A battle of ideas, on the other hand. Now that we might be qualified to do something about. We'll talk to our neighbors and do our best to quell their fears. Convince them to make the most of this life and enjoy all it has to offer. Perhaps that will help to ease your burden.
It certainly will. Even if a few are assuaged by your words, it will make things easier.
Oh, good for them.
Those who have already registered will be difficult to sway, but there are still many who waver. Those are the ones we'll concentrate on.
Gossen, if you truly care for the people of Alexandria, then now's the time to start thinking of ways to prevent more deaths.
Were I to become endless at the expense of my countrymen's lives, I would regret it for the rest of my existence. Forgive my weakness. When the people have lost their way, it falls to the government to support and guide them. Alexandria can rise above this sorrow and find its way forward once more. Is that not so, Your Majesty?
Indeed it is. No, that wasn't, what
Yeah,
I
Sphene,
meant
you're
to say
fucked.
was-
You can't.
Calm down, Sphene.
Amity, you used her name.
Not figure that out.
Say what?
I said it was a little hard to not figure that out.
I know, right? Should have worn a mask if you
The
didn't.
perfect resemblance to our beloved Queen Sphene has
I want to be like,
escaped
your
our
subjects
notice.
aren't
Yet we
dumb.
also understand that you are not her. Having to live in secret, unable to share who you really are. That must have been hard on you.
To be fair, the Clark Kent effect is real.
Hmm.
Not when you're wearing
When
a
you come back,
hood.
please tell
No.
us
No,
all
it
about
is.
It really is.
I imagine yours is a rather outlandish story, but
There
we're
have
eager
been
to hear it all
actors
the
kicked
same.
out of lookalike contests of them.
Anyway, continuing.
You're one of us.
I need to do more
Alexandria.
research on this. Now I'm interested.
Our own.
Look up Christopher Reeve from when he was filming Superman. It's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Like, when he was dressed up as Clark Kent, no one recognized him. Like, out and about, dressed up as Clark Kent.
Cool.
Superman,
Honey,
everyone
I'll be right-
recognized him.
Promise to return.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
And when I do, I look forward to speaking with you all.
All right, let's talk to Sphene. Everyone was so warm and welcoming. Alexandrians are, as ever, a stalwart people. how glad I am to be home. Thank you, Go-san. That decision must have been difficult to make. If only I could claim the courage to do so came from within. Final push came from Alexandria's citizens, and their bravery in taking the first step toward change. Speaking of which, can I ask you to lock that neo-regulator away when no one can get to it? That should prevent the registrations from reaching the target number. I'd be glad to do so, but I fear it would be to no avail. According to our most recent surveys, the number of neo-regulators in circulation exceeds the stated 5,000. I surmise the surplus units are to account for those like myself who have had a change of heart or are otherwise hesitant to register. Ah, that does sound like something Calyx would do. Well, we'll have to face him either way, so no point in delaying the inevitable. On to living memory. Meanwhile, with Aaronville,
things seem much the same.
So listen, you have nothing more to fear than any other normal day. Deep breaths. We'll get through this.
You'd be telling them much the same if you were here. I suppose it falls to me now.
He's got a little keychain on his bag. All right, off to Leno Nemo. All right, where are we looking for? Ah, there's Stola.
Looking for.
Ah, 'tis good to see our comrades hale and girded for battle. As for us, we've been ahead to inspect the lay of the land. There were no changes of note, aside from with the Meso terminal itself. Why? What's happened to the Meso terminal? The wall has receded to provide a convenient entrance into the structure's interior. There was no such ingress when last we were here, so we must assume that Calyx has since manipulated the terminal's electrope, all to facilitate his most gracious invitation to the upper levels. An invitation I am eager to accept. For the sake of all who love Alexandria, I will not yield nor leave them to despair. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with more. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, here are the links.